Namat wa nusalli ala Rasulil Kareem amma baad. Would you like to my channel Legal Talk Network? Subscribe and press the button bell icon, like and share and comments. Today my lecture define ijtihad. Our in Islamic jurisprudence, how is the conducted and are the qualifications in mujtahid. Today my lecture, would you like to my channel Legal Talk Network? Subscribe and press the button bell icon, like and share and comments. Ijtihad means is the one of dependent source of Islamic law. The matters is not resolved expressed in the Quran, Sunnah, and by way ijma, and the jurist must not leave to matter resolve, rather they should strive hard to find the solutions under the light of the Quran and Sunnah. Derivations: the word ijtihad is derived from Arabic word jihad, which means struggle on effort. Meaning, the literal meanings, ijtihad literally meanings striving as the almost and expands maximum effect on the performance of an aid. Technical meanings: it is an effort made by the mujtahid who is seeking knowledge of the rules of the Sharia through the interpretations. Ijtihad means the applications by a lawyers of his faculties and the consideration of the authorities of the law. The Quran, the traditions, and ijma, which view the find what is all of probably the law. I described the classification of mujtahid. Mujtahideen fil Sharia, founder of the school. Those mujtahids are founded and the legal system of their own. There are those jurists who have an absolute and independent power expanding of the law. Example: Imam Abu Hanifa, Shafi Malik, Imam Hanbal. Qualities: the expert in the knowledge of the Quran and traditions, the expounding theories like istihsan, the about the ijtihad and istidal. Mujtahidin fil mazhab, famous peoples of our imams. They are the about the formed pupils of the imams in Islam. Pupils of Imam Hanifa, Abu Yusuf Muhammad and Zafar. Secondly, pupils of Imam Shafi'i, Nawai and Sohati. Pupils of Imam Malik, Abdul Bar and Abu Bakr. Authority: they had the authority, the discharge with the means of the particulars applies of law. They strictly follow the principles by their respective masters, and the never discharge with their masters in the principles. Mujtahideen fil masail, these are the jurists who are the competent to expand the law and the particular question which had not been settled by the jurist of the first of the second class. The jurists of the May, rank laid down the law as a confidency principle of their schools. Authority, they were not competent to appear in the mujtahid, fil sharia and fil mazhab. They could make law fairly new problems. Moods of ijtihad. First mood, in the first mood, the jurist, they close and they can the text of the firstly considered the literal meaning of the taxes or the follow the plan in the meaning of the rule. Second mood, the context is strike takes in analogies do reason who are the strike authority. Analogic are the approach is the against the desires the jurist. The stay clause of the intentions of the law giver if very laws methods adopted in the Islamic color of the legal system may be lost. Third mood, after executing the first two method of the moods, the jurist may relay in the all taxes considering collectively the means that the legal is not undertaken. More of the with this aspect of the law and its purposes of the rather the confines individual taxes the qualifications of mujtahid. The word of mujtahid means persons of the perform ijtihad. The coalitions of the mujtahid appeal appears of the latter of the development in the history of the Islamic law. Measure he must be measured and attain the age of authority. So manner cannot be mujtahid. Sound of rational mind, the sound in the mind, about the passage, the undertaking, those sufficient intelligent graph the subject. Today, knowledge of the grammar, accuracy, the principle of Sharia, knowledge of the circumstances of Quran or relations, the knowledge of the Arabic convention, Islamic jurisprudence, knowledge of the traditions, ijtihad and source of Islamic law by the Holy Quran. They are the vision of the Islam. If you have this dispute, about the we shall guide to those who stick and the cause of the surely Allah Pak is with those of who do good. You should give the judgment of the ijtihad, whoever then assigned the test. Mighty Allah Pak, the smooth and the strively after knowledge is the duty upon every Muslims. If the judge interpret and given to a judgment, if the 20 year if there are errors in the judgment, he will still have to reserve by the companies Khalifa Abu Bakr Raziyallahu ta'ala anhu inheritance of the means of our own judgments. In here I shall decide the inheritance by the means of about the judgment. Khalifa Umar Abu Ibn Khitab Raziyallahu ta'ala anhu once said, Umar does not know whether he has attained the truth of but he left no efforts, no trying to do so. Limitation of limited ijtihad cannot be made on the cause of the which is a converts on the expert word of Quran Pak, hadith on have been determined by the ijtihad. Jurist cannot be expressed in the ijtihad Islamic. I explain in conclusions about the very ijtihad living a source of Islamic about become important of mood and that time and of the needs of the passenger time such economical, political, social changes, so that the Muslims society our in Pakistan in Arabic countries and societies and about the only in the power force in the modern in the time ijtihad miserable only in the field where the rule of injunctions about the from the Holy Quran Pak in the Sunnah Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam Sunnat Khatamun Nabi Sirajul Munir sallallahu alaihi wasallam is avoidable. Inshallah next lecture I will come to would you like to my channel, subscribe on. Thanks.